Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is finally time. We're here. Grand finals and semifinals are up today at CEA. My name is Cameron Adore-Freilich, and I've got a special guest today. It's not our normal caster, but boy, the game lead. We got the big boy here. It's Josh casting with me, and I don't think there's anybody else. He's got the lore. He's been around a while. He knows his teams personally. He's seen them go through all the trials and tribulations. Josh, we've got a lot of good matches going on today between the semis and finals, but the first one up, how excited for you for it?
I mean, I'm definitely excited to be here. First of all, what's up, everybody? I'm your game lead. I'm Josh. I have no idea what I'm doing, but very excited to be here and just going all in on this. Yeah, this should be a very competitive semifinal match. I think we both genuinely feel that way. We were talking about it a little before. And I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Like you said, like it's all going to be decided today, the final and everything. So today's the day.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of Booz clues on stream. They ended up in Division 1, so they were kind of cruising for a while up until they've made it into playoffs. But we're heading into Game 1, and let's talk a little bit about who's on the other side of this field right now. Protractors have been really just quietly up and coming this season, haven't they?
Yeah, they definitely have, as we see everyone missed the opening tip-off. But yeah, I mean, they've definitely went under the radar this season. I think weren't considered one of the top one or two like most explosive teams we have, and subsequently fell under the radar, which I think ultimately could be good for them. We're not really sure what to expect. Maybe the Booz Clues aren't quite sure what to expect either.
Yeah, these two also haven't played each other in the regular season, which is pretty noticeable. And the fact that somehow we've managed to have two of the top teams not go up against one another. And it's kind of the elephant in the room as well. You have to talk about whenever you see these guys play that Ninjacats is on the other side of the bracket. And we'll get an opening goal here from Potato to make the first. It is a best of 7 though, so you're winning the battle, not the war right now.
Yeah, definitely. That was a nice opening play.
Now, how much more can we see Protractors get? Because this is an early lead, and they are second seed. I would say between second, third, and first, we have arguably the smallest gap, though. So we've seen a lot of the teams like Boosty Boys, for instance, who are playing up against the Ninjacats today. You know, they stomp a lot of the lower teams, but struggle up against some of the larger teams above them. And for them to succeed, I'd say it'd be a lot harder. But for these top three, the challenge is so close that between this semifinal and the other, there's just so many ways that today could go. Right now, though, it's in favor of Facebook. They're looking for another. It's nearly put in. The Booz Clues being kept on their backline is never a good thing. This is a team that we know has a lot of teamwork, a lot of really great passing and combo plays in the mid, just like this. They can be incredibly dangerous when they get ball possession, but Facebook has done a fantastic job of making sure they don't get that, keeping them on their backline, keeping them up on that wall. And then that pressure eventually just is guaranteed to mount into a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like these two teams are having no trouble like moving the ball up and down the field. So it's going to be a matter of whose counterattack falls through, or what breaks first. It looks like.
Yeah, and for a team that's as possession-based as Booz Clues has been, playing up against a team that's very counterattack heavy can be dangerous. However, they've got an opportunity for themselves. Up the wall, there's not much to be had. Potato with a little bit of a missed dribble, managed to make something of it up the line, bringing Intuitive in and off his line. Mash should be forward. Up the wall here, this is dangerous. Bounce down, just barely flicked out. Mash has an open net. He's going to put it top right for a second for the Professional Tractors. And they're feeling comfy, cozy right now. For all of the floating in between, for all of the ball possession we've seen for both sides, it really has felt like the Professional Tractors have been the only ones who have managed to actually put shots up here.
Yeah, it certainly seems like Booz has been on their heels a little bit at the start of this game. Pretty much having the possession dominated, and as we say that.
That's how it is. The second you start talking about a team, they come in and shut you up. But I mean, it's a kickoff goal. It happens to the best of us, even in 3v3. And Booz Clues is more than happy to take it at this point. With half the game remaining, there's plenty of time to start bringing this one back. He mashed down the line now. An awkward redirect from his teammate. Leaves the ball up. It's 50-50. DualSense is the only one remaining up there, though. This ball's put back down in the corner. It's a great cross from SB on Mash. Is there for the finish. 1v2. He finds the shot. A third in for Professional Tractors. And I think I can speak for both of us when I say this game is a lot higher scoring off the bat than I think either of us were expecting.
Yeah, and maybe not the scores that we thought, the teams winning that we thought it would be. I mean, what can you say? This is a great start for the Tractors here.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and like you mentioned, you know, we had our theories, and I think both of us were ready to put a little bit of money on Booz in this match, and I think we have to address the elephant in the room that is always caster bias, man. Caster bias this, caster bias that. In every single esport, you can't get away from it. And the fact of the matter is, we've seen Booz on stream so many weeks. They've just ended up being some of the best matches. They've had a lot of really close ones. But, you know, we've seen them win a lot, and we haven't seen them lose a lot. They haven't really played a team that's of their caliber yet, though. And having not seen any of the Division 1 games during the knockout stage, because they were all guaranteed these positions in playoffs, I don't think we had our chance to see Booz, you know, take one to the leg.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think in the same breath, we haven't really seen the Tractors ever really struggle once they get in control of a series. Yeah, we've seen them drop a couple to some of our best teams and some teams that are also going to be playing later today. But, you know, when they get in control of series, I mean, they close out, so I mean, there's no reason to think that they're not feeling comfortable and good and just executing their game plan that they've been doing successfully, really, for the most part all season.
No, again, both these teams have played Ninjacats, and Ninjacats, I think, are very clearly the team to beat, right? Reigning champions, just always dominant over CEA, but I would say this season is arguably one of the closest that we will see, just between the top three, because either of these teams have the potential to take on someone like a Ninjacats. They both ended up going 3-1 against them in Division 1. There's a chance both these teams can make them bleed, and you're kind of fighting for who gets the opportunity, who gets the chance to make the upset happen. And right now, it's Professional Tractors looking pretty good. With 40 seconds left, Booz have got to make something happen. Tid's on a counterattack now. Looks to put one center. It'll be Intuitive instead, laying the ball up. Professional Tractors fighting like their lives depend on it. 2 whiffs, though, leaves Intuitive. He's got the setup, but his teammate's not quite there. It's all up to Feed, but he can't quite get there in time. Intuitive with a nice flick over. He's going to put one up the mash. The dunk isn't there. Booz are giving it everything they got, but they just can't find the net. One more up the wall. Mash is there. The defense from Professional Tractors has been just impeccable, Josh. I think that's going to seal out game 1.
Yeah, that should do it. I mean, every second that passes works forever more in their favor, and like a pretty easy, relatively, game 1 for the Tractors.
I don't even want to say easy. I think they just played gorgeously, though, right? Booz couldn't get the ball rolling in those first 2.5 minutes.
Say. You know, with you know, barring the kickoff goal, just a clean win.
Definitely. Exactly. And I think Booz is warmed up, right? We all saw how those last 45 seconds went with the ball's just being pounded at the net constantly, one time after another. And that shows Booz warming up, and I'm sure they'll find more shots after that. And game 1 is always a who can get out the gate swinging faster kind of deal. And right now, Professional Tractors have very much so done that. It needs to be a little bit cleaner for Booz, especially in the midfield department, though. We found their passing plays. They've been intercepted numerous times. And the biggest difference between these teams has been the shots. The number of shots Professional Tractors significantly higher during that last game, whereas Booz they did manage to get possession. They did manage to get the things they were looking for to create plays, but they never really put the exclamation point on the end. And that's the big change-up that I want to see for him in this game in particular.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think Booz wanted to sit back and maybe see what the Tractors were all about, and now they have. At the same time, in a best-of-7 series that we expect could go the distance, you know, one game is very significant, so we'll see how Booz responds.
So far, it's by running straight into people's cars. Intuitive now, though, in the corner. There's a little bit of value to be had here. I think the beginning of this game matters even more so, though, than the beginning of the first game, right? Yeah, Professional Tractors come out the gate swing, but you've had time to actually adapt. You've had time to warm up. If Booz can't open this game up correctly, then I'm a little bit more worried for him.
Yeah, I agree with you. It feels like the series is almost starting now. Now Booz has their information. You know, we obviously didn't get to see the Tractors too much on stream, and it already looks like a totally different team as Mash finds the net.
I mean, that was just a really sick bump by Professional Tractors. So pressure up on the high wall. Intuitive, that is a really nice bump out. Potato just got a beautiful cross and the bump. That's a 3-man play This Facebook team is just on fire today, man. The synchronicity between the three of them could not be more perfect. However, there's another threat at an opener from a kickoff. Booz Clues, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get them, but you certainly can't be relying on kickoff goals to win these games.
Yeah, I think despite conceding that opening goal, the Booz Clues have definitely looked a little bit cleaner this game. I'd say the possession is skewing a lot more towards them. You know, so we'll see if that goal doesn't set them back too far and they can rebound here.
Yeah, I'd love to see him put this one to 1-1, not let it get too out of hand. They do have a cross out to Espion. That's a beautiful touch from him. And you can see how quickly Facebook is able to create opportunities out of these plays. Every single touch that they're putting out is dangerous. It's either a cross or it's putting the ball into empty space. Intuitive, though, this could be a beautiful cross. He's trying to air dribble it back to his teammate. And honestly, I'm going to throw one down at feed right there. There was not enough belief in the fact that Intuitive could have done that. He made space. He got the ball where it needed to go, but there was no one to receive it. Nash now up the side. A double commit by Professional Tractors. This is a big opportunity. 1v1 versus Espion, but not quite the greatest touch from Intuitive. Means that they're back on the defensive end of things. 3v2 in the attacking half. A missed demolition as well. Intuitive will be up again. That time they did try to capitalize on it, but it means leaving their goal wide open. They can't get back in time, and Professional Tractors up 2-0 are going to extend their lead.
Yeah, perhaps we saw Blues Clues get a little bit frustrated because they were definitely pressing the defensive lines of the Tractors, but they were holding up nice and solid, and so, like you said, they sent the extra body, and it ended up costing them.
Yeah, I think at some point, Booz Clues are getting a little bit desperate here, trying to force these goals to go through, and you cannot get too far ahead of yourself, especially with 3 minutes remaining in the game. There is no need for panic right now. I know you lost game one, but just stabilize. They've got a shot towards center. Tid's up. No, it's a missed shot for Booz Clues. Ball's back center. The possession's not quite done yet, but Potato has got to make something of this. A dribble. It's in towards the net. The save is there. Mash has cleared the ball out. That got way too dirty for comfort. Professional Tractors left on their back line. Still 3v2. They can't get this ball out of their half, but Booz Clues cannot seem to get it heading towards the net. Finally, a little bit of relief. They really do. You're absolutely right. They haven't managed to mash again the control. It looks like the end of game one with Professional Tractors just barely running circles. The counterattack's in, man. And Booz Clues are molding right now at that one. What an unfortunate way to lose a goal.
Definitely. I mean, you give up 2 goals in a row pretty much completely against the grain of the game, and you hate to see it.
I think that's the perfect way of putting it, right? The grain of the game, the whole flow of it was just pointing square at the Professional Tractors net. But not a single shot was had. They had rockets on the ground. They had rockets. They had opportunities in the air. Beautiful crosses, but they didn't make the most of them. I'll tell you who does, though. Professional Tractors. I want to take a look at the scoreboard real quick and what these guys are actually putting up, because their shot percentage, the amount of shots that they're putting on net and they're making count, is honestly kind of ridiculous. They've had 4 shots and they've got 4 goals. 100% accuracy and shot rate for these guys. They are dangerous.
I don't know what else to say. The Tractors came to play today, and they've made that very clear. And I think Booz Clues is going to have to take this next 2 minutes, probably say GG to this one, and really try to go back to the drawing board and figure out what it's going to take to get some goals in the net.
I mean, that's just a hard thing to do, though. You do not want to be saying GG to any game this early. I mean, 140. I'll give you a little bit of a history lesson, Josh. You've watched the streams. I'm sure you've heard this one before. The craziest comeback I've seen in Rocket League was by Georgetown College. They came back by 6 goals in 30 seconds to win the game 7-1. Or, pardon me, 7-6.
Yeah,
so it's not out there, but yeah, we're crossing the realm of possibility at this point.
Yeah, I more said so because, I mean, when you just look at the state of the game, you know, every time the Booz Clues want to do something, it looks like the Tractors are just right there to stomp them, and looks like they have a bit of an opening here.
They've got a shot. That's a great morale builder, if not a fire starter for Booz Clues. That's the first goal they've had that isn't just a kickoff goal either, which is definitely comforting for them. But is it enough to win games is kind of the big question here. I would love to see them not even like bring this game back necessarily, but put 1-2 more goals in to show, okay, you know, we've got a little something. Intuitive's got a shot over top. It's a rip towards the upper post. 1 more to lay it in. Espion's not there. And this game, all of a sudden, is looking a lot more possible. Yeah, you may be having to send an apology letter over to Professional Tractors for your first caster's curse.
Right, definitely. I mean, I love to see the signs of life out of the Booz Clues. If anything, build off this momentum and get back in this series.
53 seconds. Espeon's got one off the wall. Every time that professional tractors take ball possession, though, is just awful for Booz Clues. Every touch they get is effectively 5 to 10 seconds off that clock. There's an open goal, though! Oh, no! We're within one, Josh!
We're right back in it.
What just happened? Feether, there's nobody in that potato. The green for the corner boost. He went so late, too.
Definitely seems like a bit of greed on the side of Facebook there. Probably got a little comfortable with their lead, and now they're going to have to see what they have built. Oh, my goodness.
You know what's crazy? I think it might have been the anti-greed, actually. He didn't go for the boost initially, and then he had to go for it later, but that was when Booz already had possession of the ball. With 30 seconds left on the clock, though, the comeback is far from complete. You need the one more. Either you get this goal or those 3 before don't matter. He's got to flick over top and shoot it with a beautiful touch on the ball. Espeon, though, gets back in time. They've got more here. There's more in the tank. A shot towards far post. It's there. It has to go in. Tid's tapped it up. Can they finish it? No. Espeon, what a ridiculous save. One more up the wall. The last chance for Booz Clues. Tid to tap it down. No, not a chance. Espeon lays it into the ground, maintaining the lead for professional tractors and taking away the second game. Oh, my Lord.
Well, Dor, I think we have ourselves a series. Booz Clues let us know we're not going to go away just yet.
Oh my God, I gotta catch that was the most ridiculous final 20 seconds of game I've ever seen in my life. So many opportunities for Booz Clues. Espeon was a human wall in front of that net. The heroics from this man. I think all 3 of them managed to get a save in at some point in those final seconds, but my God. There were what, 2-3 opportunities where Booz Clues just should have had a goal, but the rotations and nerves, you could tell they were getting to him, and they weren't able to get to the ball in time. This is the last chance before game point, but they still do have a lot of momentum, right? We talked about, okay, we don't need to see necessarily the full comeback, that we only need to see a couple of goals for us to be pretty satisfied with Booz Clues there, and as much as you hate to see the comeback fall short, I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about their chances right now.
Yes, certainly. Those last few minutes is definitely something to build on, and I mean, I think we're already seeing it at just the beginning of this game as well. Booz Clues, they're back, they're alive, and I think we got a real series on our hands.
I think alive is an understatement, Josh. I think we're talking about a team that is completely rejuvenated, re-embellished with plenty of sauce. Dual sense? No way. He said flip reset. What a beautiful shot, Mash! Oh my God, it's criminal the way he robs them of their shots. Another beautiful one. Espeon off the wall. I'm just sad that one didn't go in. There was so much style built into that stanker. Unfortunately, there's nothing to be had. Booz Clues now on the back foot. He's got a good opportunity. It's a beautiful pass up to Tid. This is the Booz Clues we know and love, man. The team play from these guys, the combinations, they've got an easy shot down the line. And professional tractors remain on the back foot following last game's ending.
It looks like almost the way the Tractors were playing Booz Clues the first few games. The script is completely flipped. I mean, you see a ball-dominant game style and completely explosive. I feel like Espeon's held it together, and if they start to crack in the back line there, these games could get ugly fast.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a shout-out to a game played earlier in the season between, I believe, Booz Clues and Boosty Boys, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the teams playing. And it was pretty close for a good while, until Booz Clues found the right adaptation and made the change immediately, just turned the game on its head. This is a team we know can adapt. We've seen them do it dozens of times on stream. And if they can find the right adaptation here, they might just be able to put their foot on the throat of professional tractors. It is only a 1-0 lead, though. All right, this is not the end of the world quite yet. And professional tractors are, I think their biggest strength is honestly just how unknown they are.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with you. It looks like the Booz Clues weren't ready to just have the game be taken right to them, and now that they've adapted, they've figured out how to flip the script a bit, like I was saying. But yeah, I think the pro tractors aren't done here, and we'll see what they have left in them. Oh,
let's see about the shot though. Mashes down a slow bouncer from Feed. That's something that we haven't seen in a while. A nice little touch up, and I love the attempted save here by Mash. Oh no! Oh, feels backflip, man. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Goes for the double jump up, backflips in spot, and the ball bounces over him for it. 3 minutes, though. Again, this is not uncomebackable. for Professional Tractors, but we got to see him get into the attacking half. It was, like you mentioned, it's just like game one where we saw Booz Clues on the back foot, but not in a significant way. They were still able to get ball possession. They just couldn't create any shots. This time, Professional Tractors are getting ball possession. They're putting the ball in the other half, but they're not able to make anything of it. Is a big part there. Losing on counterattacks to a Booz Clues who's sped up the game pretty significantly, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing Facebook finally start to try to match that and send some numbers into the second half as we see a nice shot from SBR.
Yeah, it's a great setup here by Mash. It's pressuring down this Booz Clues defense, finding the right one. Honestly, I feel like Intuitive could have got to that. He just misread the ball off of the corner. A little bit earlier reaction time there, and you get up to that one, unfortunately. That's not what we see. They're not exactly comfortable. Gus and I talk about it all the time on these Rocket League casts, Josh. But a 1-goal lead in Rocket League does not count. Right? That goal can come from anywhere. A kickoff, a stray pinch across the field. That 1 goal is anything but certain. And when you're playing against Professional Tractors who are as good as they are, absolutely nothing counts until you sealed the game out. And with 2 minutes left, that's plenty of time here. Pinch down the line. Tid's going to put one out. Mash has a good opportunity, but chooses not to control the ball here. I don't like that choice from him. Puts the ball into the hands of DualSense. He's beat too. Espion's the last defender here. He has to make this save. Absolutely will. Tid's in the way. A bouncer towards the center. Who's there for it? It's Potato. Not quite the redirect they were looking for, but Mash will have a good shot. It's upper bins. Espion's not there for the save. Booz Clues have got to get this one out of the danger zone right now. Otherwise, they might be in hot stuff. Back wall for Intuitive to find a little something. This ball floating around in the midfield. The next possession is so critical. With just a minute left on the clock, whoever gets the ball into the opposing side's half and gets to stick it there, if not just for a little bit, will probably have the final attacking opportunity of the game. He's going up the wall. Espion locking it down here. He's been the final man for this team so many times. He was a savior of that second game, but he can't save this one. Oh no, it's a bouncer. Mash is there. Where's the save? Oh, whiff shot. What are you doing, Intuitive?
When these games hit 1 minute, something just happens. It gets crazy.
He's left the door open. All they need Zoo, Professional Tractors, just stick your goddamn foot in it. Put a goal in, punish Booz Clues for their mistakes, but they can't manage to get the ball out of their half. Intuitive's got the layup, and that's a 3-1 lead. That is so much more comfortable for Booz Clues than what they had going for them before.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw the game start to break into a bit of a strategic stalemate for a little while, and then, like I said, 1 minute hits and all havoc breaks loose. I actually didn't think it would end up being Booz Clues that struck the net first, like you were alluding to, but nice shot.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't assume the same thing either. Looking at the history between these two, what's happened in Game 1 and 2, where Game 1, Booz Clues was putting absurd amounts of pressure on the Professional Tractors net at the end of the game and still couldn't put the ball in. And then during the second game, when they were doing it in the center, at the middle of the game, and then it ended up being a counterattack from Professional Tractors. That's the first time I think we've seen Booz Clues rather really make something of one of those heavy attacks.
Definitely. I mean, it looks like something has cracked in the defense lines for the Protractors. I think it really was just Espion bailing them out, like you said, with some miraculous saves, and now he's looking a little more human, perhaps.
Yeah, you can't rely on him for... You can only rely on him for so much. I will say you can rely on him for a lot, but up against a team like Booz Clues, nothing is ever certain. We're 2-1 now. This semifinal, I told you before the game, we were talking off stream. I told you, this is the one to watch for today. The grand final is going to be a tough one for whoever has to go up against Ninjacats. But these two will go toe-to-toe and go just the full distance. I could see this one going to 7, which is dangerous. That's after game 3. We got to go switch up servers, though, to make sure everything's nice and fair. So we'll be back with you guys after a quick little break. Welcome back, everybody. This game is heating up more and more and more. We swap servers over. Booz Clues bringing the game back. A 1-2 now. And with the momentum that they've got, I could see this one going back up to 2-2, going the distance. My question right now is, how do we see the professional tractors bringing this one back? Because we saw the momentum change, and changing that is, like, it's a lot easier to do it and to hold it than it is to actually change it. And it's something that we haven't seen professional tractors have to do yet. So it's kind of a big question mark of, do these guys know how to bring a game back? Right now, what they know how to do is leave this back goal open, right? Espeon has been there to save their heinies a lot lately. You and I were talking about it during the break. It's not necessarily that the rotations are off or that they have one set defender, but Espeon's defensive playstyle has saved this team more than once.
Yeah, certainly. And Dor, do we actually know who has the server preference now? Which team?
So we started off on the West Coast servers for the first 3 games, and then East Coast for 3, and then West Coast for 1, and it was professional tractors pick. So I'm assuming it is in favor of Booz Clues, though. After this goal, we can take a look at the pings to figure out just who's at an advantage. It is minimal in Rocket League. It's not the most important thing ever, like in a Twitch shooter like Valorant. So things are just fine. I'm sure both these teams are pretty comfortable. We've seen Booz Clues as well play on multiple different pings, and you can't get to the level that Protractors are at without playing on it. However, I thought they were catching up to that one for sure, all the way from down the field here. What a banger from Mash.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a slip up from the Booz Clues, and you know, we saw Booz Clues be able to get their butts kicked a little bit, make an adjustment, come back firing, and now we'll see if the Protractors can do the same exact thing, because they're going to need to.
Off kickoff, another touch for Intuitive. Dude, Booz Clues and really good kickoffs. I don't know what's up with these guys, but they are winning every single one of them. However, maybe not winning the follow-up. Potato's got a shot. Mash has one in the corner. This possession for professional tractors is not the greatest right now. I love that by feet. Oh, what a great little touch. I like that he went for the possession there. It was really heads-up play, especially when you're not looking behind you. It had to be good communication. Now keeping the pressure on. This is what we've seen him struggle with, dealing with professional tractors. And the pressure gets high and the shots start coming out. And Booz Clues is placing them just as beautifully as that feed.
Just snuck one in there.
I know. This upper left corner. What great placement.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's a great shot. Booz Clues again coming out firing. So we'll see.
Well, 1-1. This one's all tied up now. But I got to say, the fact that Booz Clues have been able to translate their pressure into goals and professional tractors have still had to rely on counterattacks kind of worries me, because I know Booz Clues as a team can score counterattacks pretty effectively, but also having the ace up your sleeve of being able to score those slow pressured goals whereas professional tractors have been relying very heavily on their counterattacks to get them goals, I think gives them a little bit of a leg up right now. Professional tractors want to figure this game out. I think the key is in figuring out how to build the ball out of their half when they win it, right? They can make a lot of saves here against Booz Clues, but until you get possession back, until you start creating something threatening out of it, it doesn't really matter that much. Like that touch out of the half, it just goes back to Intuitive, who then it's out to Tid. And this situation is just as dangerous as the last. They've still got Boost to work with. Intuitive's going to lay one down. Espeon to center. It's a beautiful pass to Potato. The shot, the rip towards net. Feed is there for the save. This is an awkward cross. There's not much to be had, though. As professional tractors are sitting on their hands right now. And I think they're comfortable with the 1-1 game score, but if Booz Clues is allowed to keep up this pressure and gets a good shot in, turns it up to 2-1, I'm a little bit worried about, you know, how do you actually end up taking that goal back? Playing defensively is one thing, but you need to have the lead before you start doing that.
Absolutely. I think every second that passes definitely goes in favor of the Protractors, because Booz Clues is hammering it on them, and if they can just fish for that one counterattack and just, like you said, sit on their hands for a little bit, but, you know, if they're not able to, it looks like this game might be going overtime.
130. This is the lowest scoring one we've seen yet as well. It's worth noting. For two teams that are playing extremely aggressively, I'll say. It's really surprising to see it go this way, but the rotations from professional tractors have been nothing but perfect. And honestly, the same for Booz Clues. Both attacking and defensive. These teams have been extremely quick. Some games we see teams want to slow it down. Like, I'll say Booz Clues is one of the teams that is very comfortable playing at an extremely slow pace, and professional tractors looked like they were too at the beginning of this game. But right now, this is about the fastest I've seen either of these teams play. And I think the big question is who can step on that gas pedal more. Right now, 50 seconds left. We do have a cross towards center as an opportunity here, laid up into the corner. Professional Tractors committing pretty heavily to that. All three members floating just beneath the ball. This is deceptively dangerous. This could turn into a very, very scary cross if one more touch goes badly for him. Tid, though, 50-50 out to the corner. A counterattack for Professional Tractors. Lost it, 50-50 in the mid, though. Dual sense. Can feed get there? Intuitive's up. The redirect. It's beautiful. Can Potato get it? No! 2-1 with just 20 seconds remaining on the clock, and Professional Tractors, their time may have come.
Yeah, it seemed like they were doing so well fighting off the aggression of Booz Clues, but also seemed like only a matter of time before something was going to give. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get a cheeky counterattack or anything like that before, so it's the scenario you described. They're in a very uphill situation right now and need to work quickly.
Yeah, if you're a team like Professional Tractors, who we're not going to count out quite yet. Oh, no. Maybe we start counting them out now. If you're going to play this defensive, though, you need to find goals early. Is usually the name of the game. You find your goal early, you park the bus, you don't let the other team score, they get more and more desperate for that one goal to equalize, and then you can start working with counterattacks. But Professional Tractors, they got their one early goal. Booz Clues immediately scored it back. They weren't able to mount that defensive pressure that we see really make that strategy work. And thusly, they're taking another one to the chin. We're all tied up now. I mean, 8 seconds left. It's realistically tied up here. 4-1. And I'm honestly at a loss for how Professional Tractors can bring this one back right now, because Booz Clues is so large and in charge of how this game goes. They're the driving force of how Professional Tractors can actually play the game. And I think a little bit of confidence for Professional Tractors could go a long way in taking hold of the speed of the game. They need to slow things down, play a little bit less defensively, have a little bit more faith, right? The number of times that we saw them have 3 players beneath the ball waiting for it to come down to them, as opposed to getting one player forward in a position where you can be passed to really start making plays and finding those goals. I think that's the change-up that we got to see.
Yeah, and to build off that door, we really saw aggression the entire game from Booz Clues, and it looked like Protractors were just sitting back a little bit, waiting for things to happen. Perhaps on the defensive, or trying to just squeeze out a win any way they could. When they were winning the games, they were had a much more confident, dominant play style. And I think it's like you said, a little bit of confidence could go a long way for this team, because we saw them pretty much take Booz Clues' style right to them and execute it very, very well. So I'd like to see more numbers being pushed up into the second half, and some commits on these attacks, even if it means the dangerous Booz Clues could counter. At this point, giving up a goal might not be the worst thing in the world to try to get a larger momentum shift going.
They're certainly playing more aggressively. SPN, although at midfield, not his home place, but he's got a beautiful flick. What a shot! Intuitive, though. It's going to rob him of it. With 30 seconds, Protractors are certainly mounting the pressure like you wanted. It's about finishing those shots, though. Exactly. It leaves them open to counterattacks, but Booz Clues haven't found a counterattack in God knows how long. Granted, they are fairly used to them at this point. Great 50-50 by Tid. Keeping that one locked down in the half for Booz Clues. Whether or not they can make something of it is still a question to be asked, but as long as they're keeping the ball in the opposing half, there's not much of a threat of Professional Tractors actually finding the back of the net. Espion's got one over. Now we need to see Professional Tractors start moving out, get more players forward, see a little bit of confidence in them. Mash is there for the follow-up. There isn't a third. The attacking rotation not quite on point. The defensive one, however, is there just in time. Tid looking for a redirect. It's not to be had. Demolition for Intuitive puts him at a 3v2 man advantage. There's a dangerous ball up over top. The redirect's there for Intuitive. Tid's out. The ball bouncing rapidly towards his net. He's got plenty of boost to get this one out, but Protractors have moved out. The pressure's there. Mash should get one played out wide. It's not what you're looking for. You're trying to get this ball in center, create at least scary opportunities, because I'm honestly trying to remember the last time I see Professional Tractors get a shot off.
Yeah, I mean, like you alluded to, Booz Clues were definitely in control for the last 10 or so minutes of this series, but I mean, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing out of Professional Tractors. To me, this game has been dead even, besides Booz Clues maybe having a little bit more aggression, but something's going to give soon. Somebody's going to score, and I have no clue who it's going to be. Yeah,
the cracks are only beginning to show for these sides. I would say the first double commit is really the big tell for which of these teams ends up losing that first goal. There are 2 forward here for Booz Clues, but it will get played back. Should correct myself to a defensive double commit. It's going to be the real punisher. And we've seen both these teams make that mistake before. A touch out wide to Potato now. Espeon has a beautiful chance at a redirect. Decides to go over the goal. Drop it off the crossbar. Who's there to finish it? It's going to be MASH for Professional Tractors. That's what we were talking about. The pressure mounts. What a redirect by Espeon. This guy in his goal, in his opponent's goal. It doesn't matter. He's on top of it. MASH comes in and sweeps up. But honestly, I feel like the assist is what really deserves the attention there. What a beautiful little air dribble into the cross.
Yeah, certainly, and I think it was great that MASH was able to follow it up right there. Looks like they were willing to commit to the attack, and it paid off for them, so I'm glad. I was just going to sort of thinking that whoever was willing to take the risk first might be the victor of this game, and so far it's 1-0.
And it's that kind of positioning that we were talking about, right? Having a little bit of confidence in your team, playing a little bit further forward, putting one person in a position to receive the ball as opposed to defend it. Espeon was in that position, up in front of the team. It shows a fundamental change in play style for Protractors that is good, but like we said earlier, a 1-0 lead is far from a proper lead in Rocket League. They've got more distance to cover, and Booz Clues is going to mount the pressure here. We've seen him do this at the end of every single time that they have been losing a game. They get a really good attacking run going just at the end. They're doing it here. Feed. Looking for a cross. Decides to hold it. Goes for a fake. The double touch off the wall. No! Tid doesn't believe! Tid, you gotta go for those, bud. You're running out of time. He lays one back wide. Tries to get it over to his teammate, but there's just one more over for Intuitive. Lays it down to Feed. Beautiful team play by Booz Clues. A little bit of miscommunication, though, as they exit the corner. It means the ball goes back into the hands of Professional Tractors. Attempted demolition now. Leaves the ball up, and for every single touch that Professional Tractors get, for every time they lay it up into this corner, it doesn't even matter if they score or not. It's another 5, 10, 15 seconds off the clock, and we know how well Professional Tractors can play defense.
Yeah, certainly looks like they've reverted back to that more passive play style and just trying to hang on here, which I think is a very, very dangerous proposition against the Booz Clues because it looks like they've turned up their aggression a little bit here.
I don't know. I gotta say I disagree. I think it's the right call for them. Their defense is really, really strong, and when they're not trying to create goals, they don't create goal-giving opportunities. With MASH and Espeon in goal, this team just feels like a brick wall most of the time. One more would seal it out. 20 seconds on the clock. The lowest scoring game we've seen yet. The dribble from Feed. He's looking for more. He's got a center. No one's there to follow up again. Booz Clues, the lack of confidence in their teammates, and that's crazy to see because this is one of the teams I would say work together the best. Overall, has not been there. Tid's got one towards the far corner. It's a slow bouncer. He's 6 seconds on the clock, and we're all tied up, Josh. Let's go.
Nice. Very nice. Great setup.
Whew. Dude, you said it earlier. We've got a series on our hands. This is the one to watch. Booz Clues in the last second. I mean, you were right. I guess the defense didn't work out. Booz Clues have gotten so much better at finding those little holes in the Professional Tractors defense. We're not done yet. Overtime's not gone yet. Espeon's got a cross. Intuitive play it out. This one should just be an easy touch. Potato lays it down. First overtime of the day. Who's winning the kickoff? It's been Booz Clues so often. One put out to his teammate. Tid has the ball. This could be dangerous off the wall. Intuitive's got another rip off the top bar, but no redirect in for Booz Clues. We've seen a lot of overtimes in CEA this season, Josh. There's one thing I can tell. Oh, no! Oh, Professional Tractors. This was a textbook save for Potato. A slow lobber over top. But Booz Clues takes it away. Match point to the blue side. And honestly, after watching Game 1, Game 2, we knew they were good. We knew they could bring it back. But this has been dominant. I was just about to mention it. We've seen a lot of overtimes. But there's one thing that they all have in common. It's they either end fast or they either take a long time. And I was like, okay, it's about to get past the ending fast point. And then that happened. Oh.
Yeah, you really hate to see it from the Protractors. I mean, it looked like they were really getting their confidence back after the loss in the previous game. And just a little mental slip up, and you really can't be doing that stuff against a team of this quality.
No, Booz Clues will punish you for it every single day of the week. And there's a degree of nerves, I think, that feed into this, right? That's a textbook save that you hit any other time. But in semis, we're at the knockout stage. Every single goal counts. You're already beginning to be not quite fully reverse swept, but definitely reverse swept to some degree by Booz Clues. Your hands are sweating. You know, you need spaghetti. Everyone knows how it goes. But they've got to bring it back. Shot from Feed. What a banger towards the upper left. Booz Clues are feeling themselves, man. They're powering up. They're just getting started right now. And with a 1-0 lead, it's even worse for Professional Tractors. We know they're a team that's not comfortable trying to force goals through. And now they have to.
Yeah, Dor, I mean, it looks like Booz Clues are showing us why they are who we thought they were. And what separates these teams at the top, which obviously, as we've seen in the first 2 games, is a very narrow margin. So Booz Clues have made the adjustments, and like you said, they got to be feeling pretty good right now. Just looking at a lot of Booz Clues attacks right now.
Touch wide towards the corner. Espeon's going to have possession here. I think if there's anybody to create this play right now, it's Espeon or Mash. Potato's been there, but he's been largely a supporting player through the midfield, which is, don't get me wrong, extremely important for these teams, but the attacking, the shot opportunities have been coming from these 2 in particular. One off the wall, but that demolition means they don't really get to make anything of it. Potato does have a touch off the top, and they don't read it right. Shut me up and call me Susie. My God. I said it was coming from anyone else, but this redirect from Potato could not have been more perfect.
Yeah, just snuck one in there against the flow of the game, and they're right back in it. I think we've seen that they heard our advice, and they're tuning up the aggression now, perhaps not relying so much on their defensive line, and I like this new Protractors a lot.
You know what? Chat spam and spam this Potato to help out Potato. And it's working! They're doing it! He can feel you guys. The power has been found within him. You're going to need more than just your spam to get through this game, though, if I'm being completely honest. Or you're going to need a lot more spam. Either way, they're not done with this game yet. Professional Tractors only tied up 1-1. And Booz Clues are far from done with playing with their food. Intuitive's up. A fake shot. However, Espeon will be covering the lower side of that. Cross all the way to Intuitive. No control on this ball, but he didn't communicate it properly with his team, which means Potato gets another shot at this one. Tid with the shot. Double commit from the blue side. Leaves the ball back. No real ball control here for Booz Clues. This is a little bit weird to see him struggling to get that built back up. The touches have not quite been the greatest. Tid, though. Oh, he doesn't go for the air dribble. Instead, laying it up. Espeon's there to touch that one out. Ball floating around in midfield. Josh, I think you and I both know how much this next goal means. But I gotta ask, where on earth do you think it's coming from?
Yeah, I mean, the way it's looking to me, it looks like the Protractors have taken the offensive foot here and are going to be shooting for the goal. So if they don't get it, it's definitely going to be off of a Booz counterattack, but just as I say it.
There you go, Espeon over top, man. Professional Tractors have found the chinks in Booz Clues' armor. The little bits of the defense that are left open. I think a lot of that has to do with how far back their goalkeepers have been playing. They have not been challenging those floaters in front of the net. And Professional Tractors have realized that. This Facebook team getting ever stronger. We thought it could go to a Game 7, and it very well might. Unless Feed has something to say about it here. Down the back wall. Remember, it is Booz Clues at game point, at match point. They take this one away. That's the series. Professional Tractors fighting to bring themselves up to that exact same position. Mash out wide. Feed loses the 50-50. Intuitive can't get there in time. 3-1. Professional Tractors extend it. And not only is that an extension, that also is just a comfort goal for them.
Yes, certainly. I think we're seeing Facebook realize that they can really put the pressure on this Booz Clues team, and maybe they don't know how to respond as much. Perhaps Booz Clues thought it was going to be another game of sitting back from Facebook, but they said no. They're challenging every air ball, which I like. They're not giving them any space to work with. Love how they're playing right now.
Honestly, I think the answer here for Booz Clues is slowing the game down. I think playing at the pace that you are, you're leaving a lot open. Especially, like you said, in the air like that. We need to see the Booz Clues that's comfortable slowing the ball down, controlling it, paying the passing game. There's one touch up to Intuitive. Espeon's there for the save, but he can't stop Feed from coming in for the second. That's what I wanted to see out of him. Booz Clues, slow down. Play your passing game. The ball's up to Tid, the flip back to Intuitive, and Feed gets the easy cleanup. This is the team play we expect from them. Professional Tractors have had some nice counterattacks this game, but I don't think you're ever going to beat a team like Booz Clues at their own game when they can slow that ball down. There's one more to go between them and tying this game up. Josh, I'll say it. I may be a little biased here, but Booz Clues over this entire season, they've made me a believer that they can do this.
Yeah, I think we're up for a very, very spicy ending, much like the ending of our game 2, and I can't wait. Looks like Booz Clues have woken up a little bit, and Facebook's like, okay, we got to get back to what we were doing, playing a little bit further back. So we'll see if they really switch their style up here, or commit to challenging, staying aggressive, which I think they should, and try to not give the Booz space.
Well, they're certainly shutting them down in midfield, which is the key position to be challenging these balls. Feed has one down the line for Booz Clues. It's a 2v2 attacking opportunity. Espeon looks for the touch. Intuitive read it beautifully. Feed, though, no confidence. 1v1 for Espeon. Tid with a Dunkarooski into the corner. Tries to lay it center. There's not the touch there they were looking for. Intuitive can't get a pinch here. Drops it down to Feed.
Dangerous.
Nothing. It is dangerous right now. Professional Tractors, one goal could do it. That's a beautiful touch by Potato. It's right up center. Espeon's there to try and seal the game. 4-2. It would be dangerous to try and call this one for Professional Tractors right now. We've seen what Booz Clues can do with just 30 seconds. But it's certainly looking good for him, Josh.
Yeah, we'll see if Booz Clues has it in them again. I think they do. I think they're going to come all firing on all cylinders, and we'll see what they can get done here in these 26 seconds as the opening kickoff whiffs.
Ball's wide for Mash. Back into Booz Clues territory. They need 2 goals, but the time's just not there. Every single touch into the corner means more time for Professional Tractors to think about how good it's going to feel to take this one to a Game 7, Josh. That'll seal the game out with 0 seconds on the clock. Feet can touch it out wide, but we're going the distance. I mean, a goal here.
Was that Game 5 or Game 6?
That was Game 6. That is
okay.
Booz Clues being tied up at 3-3 up against the Protractors. We're going to take it to a little break, ladies and gents, while we go for one more server swap. But game number 7, the final between Protractors and Booz Clues, comes up in just a bit. We've gone the distance. 3-3 between Booz Clues and Professional Tractors. Loser out of the tournament. Winner gets the shot at redemption against the Ninjacats. It's Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. And right after this, we're moving into the grand finals up against Ninjacats. MASH has one up the wall now. You and I both know, Josh, how important these early goals are. Who is fighting for the comeback? Because one of these teams has felt much more comfortable doing that. And the other is Professional Tractors, who, yes, they made the comeback last game, but an opening start, a good, quick goal means so much to them. Oh, no, it's one out of the half.
Dangerous.
This is guaranteed. There's no way Feed messes this one up. 4:30 on. Booz Clues up 1-0. That's the counterattack they were looking for. Professional Tractors wanted it so bad. But unfortunately, 3 missed shots later, they're down 1-0.
It's like you said, Dor, this first goal and where the tides would turn would be everything. Looks like Booz Clues was able to suck all the life out of Pro Tractors right there, who had a wonderful opening. So let's see if they can bounce back. Game 6, I believe, was an anomaly in that Pro Tractors, when they were behind, stayed aggressive, went for those aggressive plays, and were able to push ahead and ultimately win that game.
Yeah, well, we identified it during that game that it's those aerial balls right in front of the Booz Clues net that they're not really challenging enough. And that's where the hole is for Professional Tractors. If they can find that again, they're going to be feeling pretty comfortable, and I'm pretty sure the goal will come.
Yeah, we see again some nice possession by the Tractors.
Yeah, and honestly, that's been their game a lot of the time. Intuitive, though, with a great counterattack. 2-0. What a great cross. All 3 members of Professional Tractors back, and they still find this little passing play down the line. 50-50.
Yeah, we saw just that little slip up from MASH, and against a team like this, it's going to cost you everything. So really tough to concede that one, and looks like they're going to have to completely switch up their style now.
I mean, switch up the style, switch up the game plan, switch up the pace as well. Potato. I talked about you before about playing midfield and this and that, and then you came and proved me wrong, scored another goal. Chat, you're going to have to spam a lot of potatoes if you want this guy to show up again. You got to summon the legendary potato that saves Professional Tractors yet again here, because they're going to need it. Maybe 3 goals down. They're not looking too good for Ware. Espeon's got one up. Professional Tractors need to slow this ball down to build it out of their half. Booz Clues, when they're playing slow, look at this. Look at this from Feed. He's slowing the ball down. He's feeling comfortable. Yes, he loses the 50-50. But you know BAH are comfortable when they're taking touches like that. One more out for Feed now, as the ball is left up in Booz Clues territory. It's a dangerous one towards the center. It's a great redirect by MASH. What a great save, though, by Feed. He's moving backwards, hitting the ball forwards, going all kinds of different directions. But it doesn't matter. What does matter is that Professional Tractors are still down 2-0 at the half.
Yeah, it looks like the Booz Clues are just showing off their talent right here. Almost toying with the Professional Tractors, saying you can get close to us, but we're just chilling, man. We're willing to play this game to your style and still play it comfortably with the lead.
I think it's the nice thing, though, about Booz Clues is that they're willing to make saves. Right? They're willing to allow a shot to come through if it's not coming from a super scary position. And, you know, nice air dribble, Tid, but it's not going to result in too much. And Tuda's got another one down the line, and it's about killing time now. Right when you cross that 2-minute mark, playing for time becomes a very viable option, especially when you're at 2 goals up like this. Booz Clues have so many opportunities for counterattacks now, especially since Professional Tractors have to get aggressive. And I think if Professional Tractors aren't careful, they might end up biting the bullet here. One more back. MASH gets the ball out. Intuitive has an opportunity. Espeon will have to lay this one up. He's got the good cross like he always does. MASH down. 3 defenders there. Someone's got to save it. It'll be Tid to do exactly that. Bumping the ball back down the line. Potato's got one more here. Feed back in control. Booz Clues burning down this clock right now. Just 1:30 remaining. This is 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the Tractors have to be feeling that desperation a little bit. Light a fire under their butts and let's push this pace a little bit.
I mean, where's this goal come from, though? Which player? We saw Potato do it before. Espeon's had some miraculous shots, but there's MASH. It's his turn to come up when they need him most. 2-1. It's not a tie, but it's a start, Josh.
Yeah, MASH has been I have to say, very solid this whole series. Attacking has definitely been their rock up there and puts one in. If it's going to come from anyone, that's who it's got to come from, and we're going to need to see possibly some more heroics here. I don't think they should change their pace any bit.
Chat, the spam is working. I can confirm. When you do it, Professional Tractors score. There's something about it. They're feeling the energy. They're keeping an eye out, and they know you guys are cheering for them. Same thing goes to you Booze Clues fans. But they are not quite done with this game yet. Feed's got to make this save. Doesn't quite manage to. Instead, tapping the ball out wide. Good possession by the Booze Clues side. They're going to have to face the pressure that Professional Tractors did in all of the times that they won these games, with Booze Clues bringing the game back right at the end. 30 seconds left on the clock, and absurd amounts of pressure mounting on top of you. We've seen him make a lot of save, but we've also seen a lot of mistakes from this Booze Clues defense. And Tudo will be the one to get there. It's a cross. It's a missed 50-50. It leaves the goal open, but Potato! He can't get the redirect. There's a ball across center. A lot of bumping going on. Mash can't quite find the finish he's looking for. Espeon looking for heroics down the line. Beats him in a 2v1. Ball floating above. It's a cross. Espeon's bumping everybody and their mother. And Professional Tractors have tied the game up.
More Mash heroics, and we're all tied up. Oh my goodness, what a series.
Espeon, oh my god. Don't get me wrong, the cross is good, but my guy maintained ball possession pressure and bumped 3 players within 10 seconds to make that goal as easy as humanly possible. There could be one more here for Professional Tractors. The game's not over yet. 5 seconds left. They'll keep the pressure mounted in the corner. A touch by Mash. No, a ball laid down by Booze Clues sends us into our second overtime of the day, and I can't think of a better way to end this series. Balls up wide. Professional Tractors, Booze Clues. What do you guys got? Espeon there. Is it another quick one? It absolutely is! Oh. Right in the upper bins. Professional Tractors stop the reverse sweep and take it away 4-3.
I genuinely cannot believe it. Door.
I'm going to be real honest with you. That was the best series of Rocket League I think that we've had the entire season. What an amazing match. For Booze Clues, that's going out with a bang. You gave it everything. The heroics were there. Protractors, the clutch potential, though. I mean, the beginning of the series, they were consistent. They were strong. Yeah, they looked good at the beginning. They won their 2 games. And then Booze Clues started bringing it back. And, I mean, you said it during one of the breaks to me. You were like, I thought that was it. I thought they didn't have any gas in the tank. And then every single one of them, Mash, Potato, and Espeon, just absurd levels of clutch in these guys. And now going against the Ninjacats, I can't name a skill that you need more.
I mean, to go down, what was it, 2-3, be facing match point, and then in the game 7 concede the first goal. I mean, talk about your back being against the wall against one of the most talented teams we have here. I didn't give these guys a chance coming into the series until we really started looking at their matches and how they were winning them. And man, the Protractors deserve to be in the finals 1,000%. GG's to them, and I'm sure Booze Clues will remember this one, and it'll stay.
Hey, this top 3 has been the closest that we've ever had at CEA, but there's more Rocket League to come. Grand Finals starts in just a bit. Stay tuned. We knew it'd come. We knew there would be a good match on board. Booz Clues is out. They got the boot. Professional Tractors gave it to them. It's a hard-winded fight. A long-winded fight at that. But we're at the grand finals now. There are only 2 teams that remain. It's Professional Tractors and the Ninjacats. Ninjacats reigning champions, looking to be upset. My name is Dor. I am joined by the game lead, Josh. You know the history with Ninjacats and Booz Clues. Professional Tractors come and take their stab in. What's it looking like here for you?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love it. The Professional Tractors said we'll have a little piece of CEA history ourselves, pull off a pretty crazy upset. I definitely had my expectations, Dor, as I'm sure you did, of how these semifinals and finals would look, and it's safe to say those are all thrown out the window. As we get started here, the Tractors they're hot. They've got the momentum. Let's see if they can stop the most dominant team maybe CEA's ever had.
Espeon's got another shot. Dude, if there's one thing we can say about this team, it's at the beginning of the last series, there wasn't much clutch potential there, right? They played their game, they won because of it, and then Booz Clues started doing their thing, and it got bad. At the end of the series, I think we saw maybe the most clutch potential we've seen in any team, period, for them. But it's going to take more than that to beat out the shots. Razak with a beautiful one solo here down the line.
Yeah, it looks like Razak's just styling a little bit here as we open the first series. Beautiful air control. I don't know what else to say. Great goal.
That's a challenge you're looking for. Now, for Professional Tractors, they need to turn this one quickly, right? Ninjacats don't give you time to adapt. You have to make sure that everything you do is instant. They play fast, they play high. A lot of your shots are going to come from nowhere. There's Mash, though, evening up the score. Professional Tractors holding up their own. What a great pinch off the wall here. Square off the roof. I'm trying to figure out what happened when this one goes down. Lit just wasn't able to get the save there. And, I mean, you have to be able to keep up with Ninjacats, right? You have to be able to mount the pressure against them and maintain it and punch above your weight level. Because let's be real, is anybody actually on the weight level of the Ninjacats? Maybe Potato is.
Potato with one of his famous change of pace goals, just somehow able to sneak that one in there. Man, he has a knack for sneaking those ones in. And looks like the Tractors are coming out exactly how you and I hoped they would. Firing on all cylinders, very aggressive. Like you said, Ninjacats are not going to give you space, and looks like the Tractors already know that. Looks like they're very well aware.
Yeah, I mean, God, you and I talked about this before the game, about Potato's playstyle, and I love it so much. The way he slows everything down. It's not like his team still plays fast. It's just he, in particular, slows the ball down a ton. He loves playing with it on the ground, taking his sweet time with it, and then little chip shots in towards the corners, and it throws a team that's playing at maximum pace off so badly that for as unimpressive as his play may look on the outside, it actually does a ton for increasing the lethality of Professional Tractors.
Yeah, I agree. It gives them another dimension, and perhaps a dimension that the Ninjacats lack. And I think if you're going to go up against a team of this caliber, you've got to come in with not a cheesy strategy, but some sort of weapons that they may not know about. And like we've been, alluded to time and time again, this team has definitely gone under-scouted, and they have the lead in Game 1 of the finals here. Got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, the last time these two teams met, Ninjacats took it away 3-1. But I think we can both very much agree that Professional Tractors have since leveled up their game. It's been a hot minute since that happened. They're looking for more. Espeon's got a good save out wide. Professional Tractors, I don't think the answer for them here is to play passively. Ninjacats will punish you, and oh no, not the own goal. Josh, of all ways to go.
You really hate to see it, and I mean, we did see a couple mistakes out of Facebook, leading up to this series in our semifinals match, and we can't have that continue. Got away with it against the Booz Clues with some amazing clutches, and I think against the Ninjacats, you do not want to be in a position late game where you're down goals, having to clutch constantly like this team was, even though they did show up in the semis.
Yeah. We can sell this one for David versus Goliath all we want, but the score is tied up. Ninjacats have a great opportunity here off the top. Razak he does not miss those. You have to beat him early before you let him get those double touches in. Potato, that's a great demolition. Prioritizing the car instead of the ball. Potato's got a shot. Can he lay it in? Can't quite get wide. Piranha? Oh my god, I'm losing my words, man. Piranha nearly taps that one into his own net. Lit's got plenty of time here. Doesn't slow the ball down, and that's going to be a really bad touch for the Ninjacats. Big commits up in the air. Espeon's the one who actually wins it, though. Mash has a good opportunity. That's some bad miscommunication. That could have been an easy goal, 2 versus 1. Missed opportunity nonetheless. Espeon's got one out wide. Potato, this is his comfort zone. Ball nice and slow in the corner. Can build out from there. Espeon, good challenge.
Yeah, I think we love to see the protractors taking all these midfield challenges, just every midfield challenge, because I think when Razik gets up in the air, bad things happen, or it gets really scary, and you want to take the potency out of this team and stop them dead in their tracks. And it looks like the protractors are doing a really nice job. I'd say for all intents and purposes, this game is pretty even.
Yeah, the name of the game here is don't let the Ninjacats build momentum, right? When they get going, when they get comfortable, that's it, right? When they get high flying and they feel like they don't have to defend anymore, they just start scoring goals and they do not stop. They're keeping on their toes. Toronto's got one in midfield. The next goal matters so much. Could be the one that seals out the game. And Espeon's not letting it happen. Again, this guy's been all over the field, former pro, but he can't get there in time. Piranha has 3-2 up now for the Ninjacats. It's not over yet. We've seen some clutch stuff from Professional Tractors, and we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to see some more Espeon magic in the goal to stop these high flyers over at Microsoft, because these shots are coming in a lot higher and a lot more obscure angles than the Booz Clues ones were coming. Just using that as a point of comparison.
Load up the game. They've got a shot here. It's an awkward position. Espeon can make something of this. Not quite good enough reaction time for that ball, though. Ball's down to Mash. Crosses in. Potato, can he do it? No, gets beat to the ball by Piranha. Espeon's trying to make something of it. Razak, great ball out wide, good control. Not the 50-50 you're looking for, though. Same thing happens to Mash, though. Loses it. Ball reset all the way down the field for Potato. And you're hoping for a miracle right now to make something of this ball, because Professional Tractors have not had a good attacking opportunity since the first half of this game. Looking for more. Lit can't quite find what he's looking for. Attacking opportunity now laid back to Razak. And Razak, the captain of this team, so calm, so confident in the back line in these past minutes. You know they're comfortable playing with a 1-goal lead. We know they can lock it down with just that one goalkeeper. But can they, is the question. With 7 seconds, there's one more shot. Lit's not there in the corner. Does there for the 50-50 out 3-2? Quite possibly is the final score here for game number 1 between Ninjacats and the Professional Tractors. Espeon. Oh. Espeon. Espeon, they've got it! Mash is there!
Unbelievable.
This team has not dropped a clutch in the past 3 games of Rocket League. And my God, if they needed to do it. Mash.
Whatever the protractors ate for breakfast, man. My goodness, you got to get me some. This is amazing stuff.
They're on that Wheaties stuff. Oh my God, they're on the front of the package. That's heartbreaking for Ninjacats. And not to mention, like, that ball was about an inch away from touching the ground before it went into the goal. That could have gone either way. We've seen some quick overtimes, though, this day. And for this one to go the distance would not be out of the regular here.
Looks like the Ninjacats are a little disheveled here.
Not as there. Chat spamming wildly in favor of Professional Tractors. I think we know who they want to win, but the Ninjacats, a force to be reckoned with and should never, ever be counted out of a game. It's 3-3, a counterattack now for Professional Tractors. Can't be made the most of. Double commit by Ninjacats. It's dangerous. Lit needs a good touch here. And in fact, he does get one up and wide. One more to lay the ball center. Tato running back to the rest of their team. Mash the ball out wide. Lit's looking for an opportunity. There's not much to be made of the center quite yet for Professional Tractors. That's a big win for Potato. Ball's laid back down center. That's a wide open goal. Espeon's missed it, though. And that's an uncharacteristic one for the star player of Professional Tractors. Mash, however, done with this play. Looks for more. Triple commit by Professional Tractors. They're cowering back. Got to get back in position to make sure this save happens, and it absolutely will. Espeon gets touch center. Potato, though, double committed for it. If he just believed in his teammate, he would have had a beautiful shot on goal. Mash with a barely save. It's going to keep the pressure on. Finally, it will be relieved by a demolition. There's a lot of time being passed here. Oh, no, it's another own goal.
Man.
It's a great shot by Lit here. up and over the top, and I don't think Potato had boost. I think Ninjacats had starved them of everything they were worth, and take away game 1. Our #1 team here at CEA is looking good to take it, but it's a 7-game series, and they're not done yet.
Yeah, I think the Ninjacats are gonna sit back after that game and realize, all right, we really have to give it everything we got. This Protractors team, they're on a miracle run. They're clutching everything. Of course, they're their own worst enemy at times, we've seen. But if they can clean up their play a little bit, we've definitely got a series here. This might not be the lopsided finals that some people think.
I mean, we talked about it during the Booz Allen game, right? The nerves are there for the Professional Tractors. This is a position they haven't been in before. All their games have been relatively smooth sailing, or they're playing up against the Ninjacats. Now, they got here. I don't think they thought they could get here. And they have to make all these clutches. And I mean, they're doing pretty good under pressure, but it's big slip-ups like those own goals that really have to be fixed for them.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we definitely saw the Ninjacats on their heels a bit, especially going into overtime. I think they thought that game was smooth sailing. And now they're realizing Protractors are here to play as Espeon gets the nice shot off of the really nice assist as well.
You know, I don't think anybody's challenged the Ninjacats like this season. They had 1 loss in the regular season, if memory serves me correctly, where I interviewed him afterwards. I went to talk to him just in private about what happened in that game. And they're like, yeah, we just slipped up. And that's a team that we don't expect to slip up. They certainly do bleed, is kind of what I'm getting to here. But nobody's made them do it in a long time. Professional Tractors would be the first since the regular season ended to take more than a game off of them, which is just crazy to think of. Provided they actually do win this, though. We're far from that point. Let's got one downfield. Espeon, great control. Unfortunately, the demolition's right there. Potato, even better challenge afterwards. This could be a shot. Could be a goal. Leaves it bouncing over top of Lit. We'll get the save. Espeon for the Dunkarooski. Nothing for him. Stuffed away by the Ninjacats to try and maintain their 1-game lead. Espeon can't find the shot he's looking for, but he's certainly going to try. The Professional Tractors, you know what's crazy? I think the higher the pressure is, the more it convinces them to go and be a little bit more confident because they have to score goals here. They know the game is never over against the Ninjacats, and certainly not now with a shot from Lit.
Yeah, it looked like a very clean counter attack right there, and that's how quick the Ninjacats can hit you, I guess.
Keeping the ball rolling is important for Professional Tractors, though. Momentum is everything for this team, as we've learned. Fighting back isn't a comfy, cozy position. They're good at holding it. They're good at making some miracle saves. But my God, they're good for 1 goal, if nothing else, when they're playing from behind.
Yeah, exactly. If you're the Ninjacats right now, you got to be thinking that, and you got to be thinking we've got to get this lead over 1 goal because nothing is safe with these Protractors. Even when the time hits 0, they're still going. So.
It's got one in the corner. 3 minutes. The game has slowed down significantly, though. The bouncer to Razak, who, again, playing so far back. This guy's always the final line of defense for the Ninjacats. You know they're relying on him. And I think it tells you how much respect the Ninjacats have for Professional Tractors that they are keeping him that far back.
Yeah, certainly. Perhaps playing this game a little bit too respectfully. It looks like we've seen the Ninjacats somewhat leave their comfort zone, and you know, they're probably trying to figure out how to best adapt to this series to make it work. That's why the Ninjacats were champions last year, and it is those mid-series adaptations that make them elite on top of just talent. So we'll see if they can do that. Looks like a nice bit of offensive play here from them right now, as they seem to be controlling the pace a little bit more since we started talking.
Yeah, Max got a ball. This is dangerous. This is headed straight for the goal. Where's the save? Razik off the wall. I'm not even certain he was looking for a shot here, if I'm being completely honest. This one just got pinged wide. It was looking for a cross, maybe even off the corner, but my God, he made a shot out of it nonetheless. Intense amounts of power. Puts the Ninjacats up 2-1. Half the game remaining. Professional Tractors staying alive in it right now. Looking for more. Piranha's up. A 2-goal lead here would be so big for Ninjacats. And they're not done playing with their food quite yet. Ball's down. Double commit from Professional Tractors. Leaves the ball up the wall. Razik in the middle of the field. You can tell the Ninjacats are feeling themselves by how aggressive this one man is playing. He's got to be back for the saves, though. Espeon will be creating attacking opportunities for him. It's this big shift up for him. Remember back at the first game that we saw against Booz Allen about how heavily Espeon was involved in the defensive plays for this team. But now we see him playing very far forward. He's leaving himself open for passes because regardless of who actually makes the goal happen, it's been Espeon largely, fronting these pushes.
Right, I think Espeon realizes he has to be the primary playmaker for this team if they want to have any chance here. Knows that his individual skill can go toe-to-toe with anyone, so I love to see it. At this point, you've really got to have a little bit of faith in your teammates, Potato and Mash, that they can, bail you out, and we've seen them do it. So I really like this decision, and like you said, we've seen a totally different tone than when they were losing to Booz Allen. Looks like they're figuring out how to play from behind a little bit more comfortably against these top-tier teams.
Yeah, it's a much more balanced gameplay. They're not done yet. 2-1, they need one more goal to tie it. It's off the back wall. It's a bouncer for Lit. Piranha has a very, very dangerous shot here. Doesn't manage to get in towards the net. However, Razik will. 3-1. Ninjacats looking good for it right now.
Yeah, you really can't give this Ninjacats team any space or any room to counter because they'll just hammer you. Looks like they sent 3 forward there. We're very confident that they're going to make something happen out of it, and they did. It's the type of confidence you love to see from the 1 seed. The
big question is, right, we've seen everything from professional tractors today. What does a comeback look like up against Ninjacats, right? Where does that come from? How do you spark it? How do you get the consistency to score more than 1 goal in a row against a team this dominant? Espeon's trying to show us how. Taking it down the line. There's no amount of dribbling that's going to get you past all those players, though. There's 40 seconds crossing over on the clock. Ninjacats are taking it into dangerous territory yet. 30 seconds remain. 1 goal here, even just a momentum boost, even just a morale booster would be so good for the professional tractors heading into another game. We saw what it did for Booz Allen, but they haven't got the shot now. Lit's up on the corner, 20 seconds. It feels like professional tractors, they're either bleeding out or the game's just slowing down. Either way, Ninjacats in the lead.
Yeah, it looks like the Ninjacats are going to be able to close this one out. No double goal overtime miracles happening here. Honestly, unexpected considering how the Protractors have been playing. But GG to the Ninjacats. I think they played very well. They seemed to thrive in the chaos that the Protractors were trying to give them. And very clean stuff.
I think clean's what you need up against Ninjacats, right? We think about Booze Clues in a team that is just insanely clutch, all over the place, can do anything inside of a match. And honestly, you don't know what to expect when you're playing up against Booze Clues. You know what to expect with Ninjacats, right? They're going to be consistent. They're going to make those saves. The only way you get a ball past Ninjacats is by just purely outplaying them, which is just so difficult in its own right. But professional tractors have managed to do it a couple of times. I think where they need to clean up a little bit here, just barely on the defensive side, right? They've been letting in a couple too many goals, and if they can begin, at least find the semblance of outlasting Ninjacats in these final games, that's when I think we see them begin to pull ahead. It's not necessarily on the attacking side. It's where they call home.
Yeah, and perhaps the best way to remedy that is to make sure that you're challenging again these midfield balls, not letting anything get past you to put yourself in a minimal amount of defensive positions. We really didn't see too many shots on goal last round for the Protractors, and expecting more of the same unless something changes here. I think they need to get a little bit of confidence back going, not rely on these miracles, and try to really hang with the Ninjacats toe for toe here. And that's a great start from Espeon.
Attempted turtle stick as well by Piranha. I mean, I respect going for it, but it's not going to get you there. Oh, I think he just missed the flip opportunity on the ball. It would have been a hard one to redirect either way. Tricky stuff. Professional tractors. Another early goal. It's weird, right? They work well with early goals, and they found a lot of them between this series and the last, but asking to do that consistently is a weird thing, and following them up has not been their forte so far. For them to get a 2-up lead up against the Ninjacats, though, I think would instill them with a confidence that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, certainly, and I think it's these mid-minutes. There we go. As you said, as Espeon gets another one, I think it's these mid-minute in the game situations where we've seen the Protractors fall behind a lot to Booze Clues. They seem to hammer, and then the Protractors will show up at the beginning or the end. So we need to see a lot more consistency from them. We get that they can score early goals. We get that they can clutch late game. But it's in these next 3 minutes here. Let's see if they can really establish some sort of foothold on the series.
I don't know if they can. Now with Razik coming in, soaring for a shot. Lit's back, though. This is dangerous. 1v2. Potato gets across this however he wants. Ball's laid up to his teammate. But Lit, 3 challenges off the wall. My God. What great control by the Ninjacat. Razik's looking for a counter-attacking opportunity. There isn't anything there. Lit does manage to get the ball centered nonetheless, putting up an impressive performance so far on the possession end of things. But Espeon's there for a double touch off the wall. Professional Tractors, 3 goals out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing in the chat a little bit about how Espeon might need some back braces or some ice packs, so maybe we might have to start a GoFundMe for that. Man, he is styling on the Ninjacats right now, showing that he individually can hang with the best of the best and pretty much single-handedly carrying this team right now.
It's only on the attacking side, though. I mean, you look at the goals, and yeah, it's all Espeon. But who's winning those 50-50s in mid? Who's sending those balls towards the corner? I think there's one man on this team that can compete on the attacking side aggressively, right, who gets the ball past the defense. But when it comes to defensive playmakers, Mash and Potato have been there. They've created so many opportunities. They're dealing the ball out to him perfectly. Like, these are, I mean, just fantastic supportive teammates so far. You need more.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's like we said a little while ago. You know, we needed Espeon to start putting some faith in Potato and Mash, and they've obviously stepped up to the plate. And now, man, it really looks like the Ninjacats are completely out of sorts and have to figure something out and quick.
Yeah, if they let this game go 3-0, I think it's a hit to their confidence that I don't think they can ever take back. Especially if you don't manage to score a goal against Professional Tractors. I don't think Ninjacats have gone a game this season without scoring at least 1 goal. So to get fully locked out would be misery for them. But they do have a shot over top. It's lit to make it 1-3. And this game is within reach for the Ninjacats, as we well know. With 2:30 on the clock, there's plenty of time here.
Yeah, it looks like the Ninjacats are going to have to settle down now a little bit, now that it's only a 2-goal deficit, and they can get back in their system and try to edge this lead away slowly.
Now, I think my big question here is, right, Professional Tractors, the underdogs here very clearly, looking really good, powered by, I mean, just raw motivation. It feels like it's just heart driving this team at this point. And also a little bit of chat spam. But by God, it's got them across that finish line. The question isn't just how much can these players put out. The question is also how much can chat put out to support them, because it clearly has affected their gameplay.
Yeah, certainly. It looks like we may be needing some more chat love if the Ninjacats continue to make this comeback. But just as I say that, a really nice attempt from Potato there. Just barely stopped. Now a very dangerous counter.
Espeon's got a good touch out wide here. Lit, though, with the demolition. Turns it 3v2. Ninjacats are dangerous here. Ball's a floater. A lot of time being ripped off the clock, though. When we cross that minute mark, if we still see Professional Tractors up 3-1 with that 2-goal lead, that's a really good position for them to be in. Mash looking for a cross. Will get the ball back to Razik. He's feeling really comfortable playing in the goal. And I think you notice the confidence that Ninjacats have, the severity of play, that they can play back. They don't mind playing a little bit of defense, even with a minute left on the clock. These guys are confident in their game plan. Maybe they shouldn't be, though. Mash has a cross. Piranha taking it out wide, trying to control this ball. Professional Tractors are not letting them. The midfield pressure has been nothing short of fantastic from them.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice to see how the Professional Tractors actually look playing from ahead, because we hadn't seen it a whole lot this series, but their mid-game has been amazing, and let's see if they can close it out here.
I think chat's trying to spell something, but I'm not sure what, if I'm being completely honest. Piranha, control the ball.
They spelled Ninjacat successfully, but it was just one person, so.
No, it doesn't count then. Yeah, I need to see some teamwork in chat. Let's got one back center. Piranha for a shot. Great save by Mash. Puts the ball down. They did double commit for it, which means they're low on boost for this one, but Espeon's there to save the day. What is new? Shot downfield. Espeon could seal this one away. Good challenge by Razik, though. Make sure that one doesn't quite happen. With 18 seconds left, they need a goal here now. Let's got the dribble. Tries to bring it over. Double challenge by Professional Tractors. Pays off. Down the field it goes. All the way up to Potato, who chips the ball in. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got a series on our hands. 1 second on the clock. That's it. Professional Tractors are good for one more. At the very least, we're not at match point yet. I want to remember, this is the exact same thing we saw Booz Allen do to Professional Tractors earlier. 2 up, and then all of a sudden they start coming back. They find that little bit of extra sauce, and they found it early on in that game. But what kind of worries me for the Professional Tractors is that it didn't really stay throughout the game. It was really that only that 3-goal burst that they were able to ride out.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue to find these spurts of brilliance from Espeon. I will say though, the thing to commend, like you were saying, is Mash and Potato. I mean, everywhere they needed to be, pretty much no mistakes. And then obviously you saw their one slip up wound up costing them a goal. So I don't think we'd ever thought we'd be seeing this series score so far. I'm very excited for it. I do think that the Protractors have what it takes to take this all the way. They've somehow got that secret sauce to beat these top teams, and we'll see if they can keep it going.
I mean, it'd be the upset of the century right now. Ninjacats, they're mortal. They bleed. And here we go into game 4. Now, we've seen a lot of pressure be put onto the professional tractors, but what do you think is the big point that has broken them?
Sorry, could you explain?
Like, where are their mistakes being forced out, right? We've seen Ninjacats constantly maintain solid pressure on the attacking side. But when the rubber hits the road, I think a lot of the time their mistakes have been coming from one place, and that's been largely in the mechanical areas on their defensive side.
Yeah, certainly. It seems like almost unforced errors, or errors that you wouldn't expect a team of that caliber to be giving up. And if you go and look at even the last series with Booz Allen, and you take out those kind of head scratcher goals, you're looking at a pretty dominant showing so far from Protractors. So I think that's really significant, and it looks like they're much more locked in, confident now. I think maybe those nerves have subsided, and they realize that this is a winnable series. And so if we stop seeing like little head scratchers, I think the Protractors have a good chance to pull this upset off.
Yeah, I think it's hard to get past the nerves of, okay, it's grand finals, but it's not too difficult to look at Ninjacats and say, this is just a team, right? It's just like any other match we've played. We just have to play to the maximum level of our capabilities. Espeon's looking for a dunk, nearly gets it. If he hit the right angle there on Lit, he probably would have scored that goal. Mash is in for another cross. Espeon looking for a bump. That's a 3-man commit from professional tractors. They got to be careful. Espeon will get back in time just for the save, and a demolition will fully stop this attacking side. In fact, make for a dangerous one of their own. Another attempted dunk by Espeon. He's going for a lot of really interesting plays when he's going for these dribbles. None of them have prevailed quite yet. Potato will, though. Oh my god, he had such a good opportunity. But Lit carries it across the net. Ninjacats looking to bring up their first of the game. But staying at 0-0 for what feels like forever. This game moving on in slow motion.
Yeah, and if you're the Ninjacats here, I mean, where's the dominance? Where's the completely ball dominant style of play? Just toying with your enemies, can go offensive or defensive. I'm not seeing it right now. It looks like the Protractors are very much controlling the pace of this game. Maybe that is what the Ninjacats are planning on, and catching them on the counterattack or something like that. But I would like to see a little bit more slower paced, longer drawn out attacks where the pressure has time to build.
That's the thing. I don't think Ninjacats are used to trying to play that. They haven't. I mean, they've barely even lost games this season, much less had to change up their own playstyle. Don't get me wrong, they're good. I know they know how to adapt. It's just, you got to dust off the old books every once in a while and remember how to.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, their normal playstyle has led them to nothing but success. So I'm not saying that they have to switch it up or anything, but it really looks like the Protractors are comfortable now in this game. They're playing the Ninjacats, at every step of the way, and I have no idea who's got the edge right now, which is surprising to say considering how we perceive the Ninjacats coming into this series.
We've got one more off the back wall. Razik, the savior of this team, the captain that is the glue on the defensive side, has maintained ball possession. It's such calm play from the Ninjacats. I think you can tell it's not necessarily an adaptation. It's more of a, okay, take a breather. We got to reset this ball, get our possession back. But professional tractors have not taken their foot off the gas ever in this series. And honestly, they haven't even been slipping up when they have been going for everything, which is crazy to think. Because we did see them slip up a lot, especially early in the series, early on into the Booz series. What a great bump! Oh my god, Espeon has been laid out the red carpet by his teammate. Who is this up here? Who's going for it? Mash! He knocked him into last week! Holy lord!
Yeah, Mash and Potato understanding that how to be very, very effective support players in that situation, and Espeon does the rest. I'm sure a very trivial task. Really great goal and the culmination of some very, very patient offense, I think, from Protractors.
Mash is up. Professional Tractors looking good for one. The lowest scoring game of the series, and You know, it's odd. A lot of the time we start out these series with very low scoring matches, you know, 1-0, 2-1 kind of games. And then we speed up towards the later ones when one team kind of rolls over and the score gets worse and worse. This has been anything but the exact opposite. The games only slow down. They only get closer. Litz got one off the post, but it's still not a goal for the Ninjacats. So 50-50 now. And Professional Tractors, they can choose to play their game here. They can choose to play for time. In fact, that might be the wise option. They miss the slip up. The little bit of sweat on the palms is showing for Professional Tractors as Ninjacats tie the score.
Yeah, great goal there. Very patient from the Ninjacats, and it's like you said. I don't think they've been panicked at all for a second, and we'll see what happens in this next minute here. But if you're the Protractors, you got to be thinking, how do we get another goal in these first 30 seconds here, and be able to do our thing, play our defensive play style like we want to close the game out.
I'm not kidding, dude. I'm stuttering. Chills, bro. Chills. Like, up my arm right now in this game. Let's looking for something. But if Ninjacats take this one to game point, I mean, it's so much more dangerous. Professional Tractors, if there was ever a time to turn this series around, it's right here. You can tell they're throwing everything into it. Piranha's got to cross Espion with the clear. It's right out to Lit, though. They got to be careful. Where's the challenge here? It's from Mash. Dangerous shot is nearly laid right underneath him. But he gets a little bit of ball on it. Still back in Ninjacats' possession, though. Professional Tractors are having the issues they were having up against Booz Allen earlier, though. Where they struggle to build the ball out of their own half. They struggle to take a real possession that counts. We do know they're good in overtime. They know how to seal games out. All they need is one more for this one to happen. Let's got an opportunity. Plays it slow. A beautiful flick up. Piranha! The slow game towards the far post. The mind games. He could have ripped it. He could have taken the shot. But the nerves got there. Mash played it close. And, I mean, Litz just taking stats at this point. 2-1. Ninjacats take us on to match point.
Unbelievable how he was able to keep his head so cool in that moment. Great goal. Great end to the game. Man, this series is shaping up to be nothing like we thought it would be. We've got two seemingly very even teams going head-to-head. Looks like the Ninjacats have the edge for now in the momentum, but we'll see what happens next game. Looks like also the Protractors were not able to clutch it for the first time. I think maybe there were not enough trash spams to help Mash out. That might have been it, but tough loss for the Protractors for sure.
Look, there's a direct correlation between how many emotes there are in chat in this game for the Ninjacats right now, but they're taking it away. 3-1. Professional Tractors have now got to pull off the beep-beep reverse sweep. Shots in for Potato. The game's starting off quick. All the pressure lies on Professional Tractors and their ability to stop Ninjacats from taking away a second season in a row. They're not done yet. This team's got heart. They've got nerve, and they've got a whole lot of you guys backing them. Razik's in for a shot, looking for the first goal. Nothing would feel better for Professional Tractors than finding that 3-goal lead that they did back in the game that they won. But getting that is no small feat.
Certainly looking like a tall task.
Lit down the line now. Tries to take it center. One for Razik. He's getting creative with it. Mash, great read on that ball to put it out wide. Espion can control this. Pinches it up towards the center. Lit's got a tall task here to put this ball into a good position. Mash it with another miss as well. The nerves get to this team. Razik's up. It's a beautiful cross. No dunk. Espion's there for the save. Another shot through. Mash can't get it. Potato's there to back him up, though. The two going hand in hand as feels appropriate. More pressure for the Ninjacats. And you can look at just how low the boost gets for the Ninjacats. They refuse to leave the attacking half right now. However, they will be punished. Espion, he goes for the backflip to try and lay it up for his teammate. Potato's there for the shot off the crossbar. Razik taking away their hopes and dreams of getting the first goal of the series, or the game rather. Through to Potato. How much more can you find? How many different angles can you actually attack this Ninjacats goal from?
Yeah, you know, I think it's just a matter of you got to keep trying, because I love what I'm seeing from the Protractors as we see them get into a dangerous spot here. But they've started this game out really cleanly again. Let's see if they can put one in here in these mid minutes that they've struggled so much with.
Piranha's looking all the way down. It's a beautiful cross. I thought he was about to sneak one in there in between the two players. Razik not playing defense anymore. He's done playing games. He came to score. He came to win this game. It's a cross. Lit's not there in time again. Just a little bit short on the positioning. Espeon holding on for
Ninjacats are
dear
knocking on the
life.
door here for sure.
But this is what we saw whenever it was Booz Allen doing the same exact thing, pressuring for minutes at a time just to be shut down by a counterattack from professional tractors. We know that the professional tractors can play from this position. This Facebook team, one of the best in the league, can keep it cool. Ron is up, Lit with a shot. It's up over top. Beautiful placement to the top center of the goal. And with just under half the game remaining, it's Ninjacats with the lead, looking at trying to take away another season of CEA.
Yeah, looks like Lit's always in the right place at the right time here when they need him, and has come up with some very, very big goals from the middle, and does it again here. We know that the Ninjacats can sit back and play more conservative, but it looks like they're going right back at it again with the kickoff goal from Lit.
No, the answer here is absolutely not to sit on your laurels. Lit keeping it going. It's a kickoff goal. It doesn't feel good for professional tractors, but you have to put it past your head, right? You have to put it behind you and say, okay, it's a kickoff goal. There's more to be had. We've seen professional tractors score 3 within a minute up against the Ninjacats. To ask for more, I don't think it's unreasonable. Potatoes down, looking for something. He's on a one-man army dribble down the field. Fortunately, you're knocking on the door of Ninjacats, and they have plenty of locks to make sure it doesn't go in. Lit's down. Cross up to Piranha. I mean, I want to give a huge shout-out to Lit right now. The backbone of this team's attacking side has created so many opportunities. Espeon, though, he's got a backflip. There's no way that's going over 3. Not at this level. Flick over top. Razik out wide. The game's slowing down immensely now in favor of the Ninjacats. And when it slows down, that means time's running off the clock. 1:30 left for professional tractors to score 2 goals. Chat, give them all your energy because they've started the comeback.
Very nice shot from Espeon there against the flow of the play. Game had looked like it completely come to a standstill, but Espeon says, nah, I'll stay in this series. And looks like they've got a really good chance to whip out those clutch genes again. Now is when we need those trash spams. Now is when we need those potato spams. Come on, y'all.
Flowers, packs, trash, everything you got, they need it. Ninjacats, to beat them is a Herculean task. If there's any team out here that deserves to beat them, it's the professional tractors. But if there's any team out here who has proven their dominance, that they deserve to take away CEA, it's the Ninjacats. 1 minute remains. 1 goal between the two of these teams. 1 goal between Ninjacats and sweet, sweet victory. As Potato taking it up the wall. Goes into the hands of Piranha, who lays in a cross. Mash needs to be careful with this. It's dangerous, nearly putting in the own goal that we saw earlier. Nerves high for this team. They can't let Piranha get this. It's upper left bins. Ninjacats re-extend their lead. 3-1. It's far from comfortable in a game like this.
Yeah, you know, it looked like the Ninjacats were, the Protractors were trying to take a second, establish possession, and really put together a nice pressure-mounted attack there, but completely stopped in their tracks by the Ninjacats. You love to see the aggression out of them. That's 2 times now.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Ninjacats.
Where the aggression with the lead has paid off, and as I say that, another aggressive play pretty much puts this game out of the water.
Lit has single-handedly cracked this series. That is 3 goals for him this game. 2 of those on 50-50s. 1 of those on an open net. This guy has done nothing but win 50-50s and shove professional tractors back into their half. 1 more, and I'm giving this guy the MVP for this series, if I'm being completely honest. He's been playing out of his mind so far in this game. Piranha's looking for more. Professional tractors have got to pull out something ridiculous to win this. It's not looking good for him. Lit down the line. How much can you get here? He's off the wall. He's looking for a cross. He's got another beautiful shot towards the bin. Great save by Espeon, but they have to turn it into attacking play quickly. Piranha shoving it back into the face of professional tractors. It's another shot from Lit. 4 in the game. 5-1. Ninjacats, they've cracked the code, Josh.
Yeah, whoever said in chat a little bit earlier, Lit looks like he's about to be done with this series. You called it, my man. Lit is over this. He's single-handedly taken it over. Dominance.
Nothing but that. Professional tractors, 1 more goal. Come away with a little bit of something for your morale, if nothing else. There's a lot of people here supporting you in chat. You gave it the long run, but it just wasn't meant to be. The reigning champions of CEA, Ninjacats, still here over top of everybody else, looking down with their victory trophy in hand as the ball should be touching the ground here in just a sec. One more to seal it away, 6-1. Fantastic game by the Ninjacats, and I can't think of a more deserving team if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you know, we had some hope coming into it, and we saw why we had that hope. You know, the Protractors clearly didn't go down without a fight. Definitely made their mark in this playoffs, but ultimately, who else could it be but Razik and the Ninjacats, lit with a one-man army performance. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that at this level to separate yourself like that. Espeon gave it his good shot early in the series, but man, GG's.
And you honestly have to shout out to both teams. I really don't want Professional Track to feel bad about that loss. You put up a hell of a fight. It's like the classic esports, like, 3-0, but it was close. 4-1, but god damn, it was close, dude. Ninjacats. They were taken to limits that I don't think we've ever seen them taken to before. And now we're just waiting to get somebody in for an interview here. Let's take a look down at who we've got. One moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll say kind of backbone off of what you just said. The Protractor should not be upset at all about that run. That was an amazing run, and definitely something to build off of in these next few CEA seasons. Because as we know, teams are getting more and more excited every season, and you guys have made your name for yourself, definitely.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna send it to a quick little break. We're gonna set up the interview call. We've got Razik here in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. We promised an interview, and I'll get to what? We got twice the heat coming in. We've got Razik and Literal in the same lobby. I mean, first of all, easily, congratulations. I don't think you guys have been pushed further than what we just saw out of the Professional Tractors, but you guys managed to go the distance and take away another season. How you feeling?
Yeah. Woohoo! Doing good, great.
Yeah, so did you guys expect it all to go against the Protractors? And if so, did you prepare for that? What was that like when you were watching the semifinals?
I would have given it like a 50-50 between Booz and Protractors. We played Booz last year in the finals, and they're a very good team. We didn't really prepare other than knowing that Espeon is nuts. But yeah, we didn't prepare at all. We just played our game.
So what was that? Yeah, you're playing your game. Espeon's nuts. Did you guys take lengths to try and shut him down? Because there was a clear shift in play for the Professional Tractors. They shifted in the Booz game from a very defensive style to something with Espeon being on the attacking side and the other two players playing much more supportive roles, but it worked for them really well. How'd you guys shut that down in the final games?
So I think like the first time we ever played Espeon, we gave him kind of the normal amount of space that we give every opponent. And it didn't work. I think we lost the first time we played against him. This was like 2 years ago, so we've been playing him a lot. And once we realized that, we just like you have to challenge him that bit earlier. Like you have to challenge him earlier than you're comfortable challenging him, and it'll do a lot to shut him down.
Also, just really focusing on that rotation and really using the comps and not double commit. I felt like a couple of those goals, we had probably 2 minutes of straight pressure, and it just finally broke down. But that I think that really helped.
Lit, what got into you, man? Did you guys have a game plan to send you on the offensive, and how were you able to just score at will?
Yeah, I was hitting some bangers. I was hitting the ball pretty hard. I think it caught up their third man off guard a bit. Yeah, I would say Razak and Piranha like do a really good job of like letting me do my thing, setting me up for opportunities, and I try to put them away.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was fantastic play during that final game. I got to ask Razak as the captain, was there any point during that series that you're like, because we know you guys are a confident team. You win almost, well, literally every single game you come up against. But was there ever a point during that series, because this is the professional trackers that we've seen just level up over the course of the day, that you guys are like, I don't know, this is a lot harder than we might have thought?
I don't think so. I think we, like, even the game we lost, we felt confident in the way we played. Like, we let in a couple goals, there were a couple mistakes, but after that, we locked it down, I felt like. So, like, we left that game with confidence, knowing that if we just focused on cleaning up those mistakes and keeping that pressure, I think they would eventually crack.
Now, I've got one more thing for you here. You get your soapbox. You've won your second season. Stand on it. Shout loud. Who do you want to shout out? What do you want to shout out? Anything you guys have going into next season that you want everybody else to know?
Well, we dropped a series this season, way back in the early regular season. It's not going to happen next season. We're going undefeated. Yeah, and that's our third win, not our second.
And really, if you go back to after our gaming leagues, this would be our fourth.
Yeah, our fourth actually.
Sport. Yep. Also, I think another one of our teams, the Clip It team, I think they're a force to. They're up and coming. I feel like we might see them in the semifinals next year.
Certainly. And did you guys want to, I know you've probably been through this spiel because you're so dominant over this league, but talk about the charity aspect of things, what charity you chose, and whether you're excited or not to be able to, for the third time or fourth time, be able to bring some money home for them.
Yeah, we've chosen Child's Play charity every time we've signed up for this league. They're a charity that provide like gaming opportunities for sick kids in hospitals, just to kind of break the not really the monotony, but just give them something to look forward to. So I think over the past 2.5 years now, we've raised over $8,000 through these various leagues for that charity. So that's been a pretty cool accomplishment.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And I mean, you guys are pretty damn good at raising money for charity. And I think you put on a really good example for, I mean, not just these kids, I mean, what they could do in game, but what they could do out of game as well. We really appreciate you guys coming around. Thanks so much for popping in for the interview. Congratulations on your third victory. And go home, man. It's time to celebrate.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take it easy. Ladies and gentlemen, as for us, so as for Josh and I, as for our season, I know there's more to come next time around, but thank you guys so much for the final time for watching. It has been a blast casting and producing these. I'm sure Josh had a great time in the wings, and thank you, Josh, for coming on today, man. It was great.
Of course, this was awesome. Like I said, I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a blast doing it, and thanks so much for all you do for us, Door.
All right, appreciate you guys in the chat. You gave them all the energy, all of the call-outs, everything from Joe Mama earlier on into the season up to spamming trash and packs today. You guys were a great time. Until next season, though, take it easy.